Hi there. Do you want to get into business? Are you thinking about leaving employment and starting your own business? If that is you, then today's show is good for you. Because with us, we have Caroline, who runs a successful business, and not just one, multiple, who is going to share with us her journey. Have you subscribed to the channel? If you haven't, kindly do. As you watch this conversation, please comment and like the video, and also don't forget to share it with somebody who may need to hear this conversation. So let's get into it. Hi there. Today we are going to have a great conversation with one lady that I really admire. We've been friends on Facebook, yes, but we've never met. But I think she does a good job in her business life. And I thought, I think we need Caro here to share her journey and just as a woman running a successful business. So Caro, I want you to introduce yourself and what you do.
Thank you, Jackie, for having me.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure. Finally, we get to meet.
I know.
I've been following your channel for a long time.
Thank you.
And I'm humbled when you asked.
Thank you.
Well, my name is Caroline Cosimba. I'm an entrepreneur. I have 3 businesses that are currently running. The first one was Swal Laundry. I think that's where everyone knows me from.
Yeah.
I'm the CEO and the founder of Swal Laundry. Recently, I introduced Swal Homes.
Oh.
Yeah, holiday homes. So when you need a place to just go and unwind and just be by yourself. So we manage that.
Okay.
And I recently also registered a company that helps entrepreneurs with their businesses, because I found myself helping people when they reach out, but now I've decided to make it official and just help entrepreneurs as they start.
I think you're able to help entrepreneurs and you've been doing that because you've had years in entrepreneurship and you've been running your business and we can see it. Most of us can see what you do on Facebook and you're doing a good job. How did this journey start for you, the laundry journey?
Well, laundry business I started in 2010 while I was still employed. But at that particular time, I was considering stepping out of the corporate world because also things in the airline industry, I was in the airline industry, weren't looking very good at that time. But you're always advised before you step out, you need to have something you're going to.
Yes.
So I started thinking of what can I do. Now, while I was in the corporate world, I got an opportunity to travel a lot because of the nature of the job.
Yeah.
So while trying to decide what can I do when I step out. So when I travel a lot, I see laundry's fascinated me.
Yeah.
You know, the way people go to a place and do the laundry, I was like, wow. So I thought, why not? So what I did is I set up a student laundry. Okay. And by then I didn't have the business know-how like I do now. So what I did is copy and paste. Okay. Exactly what I saw. The concept, I got it in the US.
All right.
My mother also lived in the US. When I got to visit, every week we had to go down to the basement or to a laundry place to do the laundry. So it was quite an interesting experience. So I just copied and pasted everything from the machines to the whole thing, copy and pasted.
The system and how it works.
And how it works.
Not that you copy and pasted by asking the owners.
The machine, the everything.
Okay.
But mine was specifically for students.
All right.
And this was a private university, so for the students who live outside the campus. So I set up the laundry there. Now, one thing is the students did not understand the concept. Come and do your laundry, pick your things and go back.
And go.
They're like, no, you do it. When it's ready, call us.
Okay.
So
they drop it?
Yes.
You do the laundry and then they'll come and pick it?
They come and pick it, or you drop it in their hostels. Okay. So that worked for some time. But I realized when students are on holiday, I have no business, especially their long summer break. So there was no business. And you run out of your relatives whom you can wash for and everything. Yeah. So I needed to think, okay, now that there's no business and yet I still have to pay my bills, the rent and everything else, I had to start thinking, how else do I make money when students are out. So when students were out, also the university was trying to do a lot of cleanup, so they gave me some work to do for them. And when I started my journey, I registered just as a business name.
Okay.
So when they gave me the work and when it came to payment, they said they cannot pay by name. So I had to register a company. So that process took me some time.
Okay.
And while I was doing that, so I started learning, okay, this is how business is run. And when I was able to work for them, it was a restaurant, so they're linen for the restaurant.
For the restaurant.
It gave me an opportunity to also step out into other institutions and ask for business. So Swirl Laundry is corporate. We deal with institutions.
Okay, so you just do laundry for institutions.
Laundry for institutions and corporates.
Yeah.
However, that doesn't mean if Jackie needs a suit cleaned, we don't.
Yeah.
We are able to do that. But our core strength is in institutions.
Wow.
So that's how we started.
So when did you finally realize, okay, now I can leave employment? What were the milestones that made you realize, now I can leave employment and get into this business?
Well, 2 years later, after I started in 2010 and I stepped out in 2012. Okay. So 2 years later, I stepped out. But the reason why I had to now step out is we were given an opportunity, either way to be retrenched or you take golden handshake. So I volunteered to the early retirement and I took the package. The reason also why I took the package, it gave me resources to pump into the business. Yeah. Good move, but again, not a very good move.
Why?
Because this is my retirement package.
Oh, yeah.
And I put it all into the business. And yet the business was still very young. It has not peaked. Remember, people tell you, or the business gurus or experts tell you, your business should be able to take care of all your bills. Yes. And here I am putting my retirement into the business. Yes. So it was a good thing, but later I realized that wasn't a very good move. But what I did is now I went all out and bought commercial equipment, proper commercial equipment. Remember when I was starting with a student laundry, coin laundry, the coins, So now when I'm dealing with institutions, it's bulk. So I had to get bigger machines for the washers and the dryers and the vehicles. Now just expand the whole thing now. So that's the resources that I got helped me to do that. Yes. Yeah. At least it wasn't alone.
It wasn't such a bad move.
But yes, it wasn't such a bad move, but it made me work extra hard because now
you
I
commit
had nothing.
Because you have burnt your boats.
Yes.
Okay. What are some of the challenges that you've gone through as a businesswoman, especially as a woman, and just as an entrepreneur?
Let me address as a businesswoman first. Especially during that time, things have changed right now, but in about 2012, 13, 14, 15, thereabout, as a woman, if you walk into an institution asking for a business, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy going to a hotel and speaking with the procurement team and telling them you can do this. They don't believe in you. And I was young. I was young then, small-bodied, so they're wondering, okay, are you sure? But I realized when I brought in a male counterpart and we sit in such forums, it was easy to discuss.
Was that strategic for you?
Yes, it was.
You decided to do this strategically because you had realized that when I walk in as a woman, the response is different.
The response is different. Yeah, so I had to bring in a male counterpart. So that worked for me. Also, like when you're chasing payments, like there's one institution we had challenges with chasing payments, and I'm the one who was chasing all the payments and doing the marketing. So when I do it myself, the man wouldn't listen to me. He would always back and forth, and I avoid going legal because you always want to work with people at the end of the day. But when I brought in the counterpart, the male counterpart, he was ready to sit and discuss. So but things are changing now. It's just that as a woman, you really have to, don't let that put you down. Because it's not easy also to get a counterpart on board, a male counterpart on board to work with you, because you also have to trust the person that you're bringing on board. So I also had to build my muscles and learn a lot of things, learn the art of negotiations and all that. As an entrepreneur, competition is stiff out there. So there are many launderers they can work with. So what is it that you're bringing on board? So you have to be, your quality I think your quality speaks for you.
So you have to have an edge.
Yes, you have
Not that we don't need to run away from competition, because competition is going to be part of the game.
Yes, competition is part of the game.
So all, as an entrepreneur, what I'm hearing you say is that what I bring on the table should have an edge, or why should people actually choose me?
Yeah, just make sure you know what's your value proposition.
Yeah.
What is it that will bring me to Swirl and not any other laundry? Once you identify that, and sometimes it's nothing complicated, just develop good relationships. And for me, I think that's what has worked. I think working in the airline, you're always talking to customers. So developing good relationships right from the word go, that will help you. Because, for example, right now, I have a client who's experiencing lots of financial challenges.
Yeah.
And it's a good account, but it's costing me.
Yes.
But it has made me have a very good working relationship with them, just to understand, okay, where are you coming from?
Yeah.
How can we work together? So it's those small things, because when I mention this particular organization, it opens other doors for me. In fact, there's one client, when they heard I'm working with this organization B, it was a no-brainer. Okay, let's get started.
So there's value.
Yes.
That as much as right now maybe the account is heavy for you because they don't have money.
Yes.
But there's still value that they bring in.
Yeah. Yes. Because when I mention their name, for example, and I'm in no way selling any organization, but when I started, I was very small at that particular time. But there's this 5-star hotel that was coming up that no one could pronounce the name. And then that was the Villa Rosa Kempinski. And they asked, can you handle our laundry? Because the equipment and everything was running behind schedule and they needed to open up. And I said yes. Today, anywhere I go and I mention I have worked with them, it opens doors.
Yeah.
So it's those relationships that you build. Yes.
I think I'm glad that you mentioned that what we need to do as entrepreneurs is to have value, to add value to our clients. And like you're saying, you have this client that when you just mention their name, though they may not be your current clients right now, their value also that they add to your business is still ongoing to date.
Yes.
Yeah. What are some of the lessons that business women, you can give business women today who are getting into the world of business?
Along my journey, I've learned that as a woman, if you have an idea of whatever business it is that you want to start, don't spend a lot of time analyzing and planning. Start. No matter how small you think it is or less important, start and then perfect it as you go along the way. And then do not be afraid.
Yeah.
Do not even be afraid of going for the big fish. It's just that by the time you're going for the big fish, make sure you have systems and procedures in place to handle that big fish.
Okay.
Like I said, my big clients, by the time they came looking for me, I didn't go looking for them.
Yeah.
I was not ready, but I put systems in place such that today I'm able to handle big clients.
Yeah.
So don't be afraid to go for the big clients. Don't be afraid of competition. Look at competition as your best friend. Look at what it is they're not doing, and then perfect what it is they're not doing so that you're different from them.
Yeah.
And then I think as women, we need to support each other. Yeah. As they say, women are our own worst enemies. At times it's true. We don't support each other. So today, if
You've experienced this in business?
Yes.
Okay.
I have experienced it in business. Like, especially in the laundry industry, you find your fellow women. We're many women in this laundry industry. Yeah. You'll find a fellow woman will go behind your back and undercut prices
so that
to your same clients. So they undercut such that one day a client is either not renewing a contract or tells you, let's sit and discuss these prices. And you wonder, we had already discussed the prices. Where is this coming from? But you'll find it's a fellow woman who went and undercut. But at the same time, we need to help each other, help each other grow. And that's how, for me, I help entrepreneurs. Many, it's women who've been approaching me, and even young men, help me start my laundry. So I'll work with you. And for me, what I do is I give practical lessons. I'll show you the theory, but I'll give you practical lessons. So when I'm going for my meetings, I'll carry you along.
Oh, they can shadow you.
Yes, so that you also learn how to negotiate,
mentorship.
ask.
Yeah.
ask for the business, how will you price, because every customer is different. You can't have one price for all, so you do that. So I didn't have someone to do that for me, but I realized it really helps. So the people that I have carried along with me, but that needs a lot of trust as well. Yes. Because you see, you're exposing your clients to somebody else. Yeah,
and at this time, these are the people who are looking to do the same business with you, like yours.
But how I look at it also is, these are the same people. If you're stuck, you'll give them the business. Collaboration. Yes. And another lesson is there's a lot of outsourcing happening, especially in this since COVID happened. There's a lot of outsourcing. So when a customer comes to you, when you're given a job as an outsourced service, don't treat them like, my experience is this, there's a corporate and there's me who's outsourcing something to you. Yes. Please treat me the same way you treat this corporate. Don't look at me as an individual. Standards, everything should be the same.
Sustain them and maintain them.
Yes. Because today I might look like a small SME, but you have no clue where I'm heading. Or sometimes just look at the clientele that I have. So if I have this big clientele behind me and I'm bringing the business to you, I'm building you up. But if you handle me like I am not important, you're treating this corporate more important than me, we're doing a disservice. So as women, we really need to work and help each other. Men are very good at it. Men put their issues aside and they work together. And even if I go to a man for business, they treat me well. But as women, we don't treat each other well. And also referrals. I might not be in that particular business, so instead of me trying to start that business, I give it to you, please do it. And I don't need to come and ask for a commission. No. Most of the time when you give a referral, they're like, okay, commission yangu. That needs to stop. That needs to stop. If I refer you because it's an area I know you're good at it, do it.
And you've just mentioned that you've started 2 new businesses.
Swal
Homes. And what else?
Okay, there's Swal Homes. Swal Homes is, we offer homes, for example, care today. When you're tired of all this and you just need a break, and probably you don't want the hotel right now. You just need a break to go and unwind and look at how your year has been and plan for the next. So we offer homes. Right now we have one in Mombasa. Malindi is coming up and they're all by the beach. We try and get places that are secluded from the hustle and bustle of today.
Serene.
So that you're within your budget as well. And you just have a place where you can go and unwind. We can manage family as well as single. So you have the whole apartment or the whole home to yourself. Do whatever it is that you want to do. So that is Swal Homes. It also came as I did the laundry business. You know, sometimes they tell you clean my curtains, clean my this. So that idea also just came from there. I'm like, okay, why can't we also do this? So I have Swal Homes, which I started this season of COVID.
Which is impressive.
Yes, COVID presented opportunities. You just have to be able to...
We can actually see the opportunities in pandemic.
And then just helping entrepreneurs. There's been lots of requests, especially on Facebook, because I'm vibrant on Facebook.
Yes, you are.
So people will always inbox me, how do you do this? How do you do that? And it takes a lot of my time.
It does.
And so I decided, okay, let me monetize this. I'll share with you my networks. I'll share with you my resources. And that's why I carry them along for my meetings where I can. And there's, who's this? There's a big entrepreneur, Julian Keeler. Yeah, he does that. He does that. So when I had him talk of that, I was like, I'm not alone, So that really helps. There's some journeys you can't learn in class. Like sitting in a meeting and negotiating a business deal. You can't learn it in class. So at least when you experience it, it helps. So yes, I help entrepreneurs, but now they have to pay a little extra for it. Because again, when you're paying for something...
And you value it, I think.
Yes,
you'll value it.
And I walk the journey with you for at least 6 months. When you're on your feet, then I can let go.
Do you only do this with people who want to do laundry business, or any person who wants to get into business?
Any person who wants to get into business, because I think when you're starting, the concept is the same everywhere.
Started,
Things just start changing when now it comes to specialized areas. And where I can't, I bring in an expert, because I worked with a team also, they had such. So they brought in experts in different areas. So where I can't do it, for example, any things to do with legal matters, I have a network of friends whom I can bring it. I can bring on board, and they walk you through the legal issues when it comes to the business. If it comes to finance, there's what I can handle, but there's also what an expert can do. But in general, we just walk the journey together.
Wow,
so that instead of you running here and there trying to find out, okay, whom do I talk to about this? Whom do I talk to about this? I try and create a one-stop shop. I have a partner that we work with. So there's some areas that they're really good at that I let them handle, and I handle. When you're starting, I work with you, then I'll hand you over to the other people.
That's very kind of you, because I think maybe it's motivated by the fact that you walked it alone, and you had a lot of blind spots without guidance, and you're just trying to support someone so that they actually don't go through this journey in the dark like you did.
Especially some mistakes can be very, very costly. I remember when I was going for the big fish, sometimes there are things you don't think about until you're in it, and that can cost you. So just to help people not to make the same mistakes that I had made. And see, not everyone, okay, we have the hubs. But not everyone has access to the business hubs. So for me, I think I'm reaching the market that are not able to have the business hubs. But when you come on board, then when we expose you to them, you're able to also go through them and just get an experience. But not everyone can have the hub. So we create our own hubs where we are. So for somebody who wants to actually leave employment the way you did and get into business, what advice would you have for them? But there are also people who may have left employment not because it was their choice, especially during this COVID season. Somebody has lost their job. And they want to start business. What are the basics that you think you can tell them to do or to have? Okay, for anyone who let's categorize them into two. Those who have already left, and not because of their choice. I'm sure we all have side hustles. Most people have side hustles. No, most people. If you think hard, you'll always be selling something. It may not be big as you think, but you'll always be selling something. Okay, if you don't have a side hustle, what is it that you're passionate about? That you can do without struggling? That thing that you're passionate about, try and look at it, and how do you turn it into profit? So turn your passion into profit. Don't look at the money side of it. The idea first. Okay, so this is my idea. For example, you keep chicken, small scale. Leo unauza moja, tomorrow you sell. So how do you now scale that up? You see, you don't really need money in the beginning. You start small. Start with the idea. So maybe that's the time now you look for someone who can walk the journey with you and help you think. Because sometimes we're in this space, nothing is happening. So if you find someone like Carol or anyone else who can walk the journey with you on, okay, how do I change this? For those who are still in employment and at some point you want to get out, again, it's the same thing. What are you passionate about? What are some of the skills that you have that somebody out there will require? You have to be solving a solution. I mean, a problem that is in the industry or in the community. And right now there are so many problems. So look at what it is that you have that you can help, just like you. I mean, I watch you and I'm looking and I'm thinking, it's given me so many ideas you have no idea.
I can't wait to see them. And thank you. Awesome. How do people get in touch with you? For those who really want to get into the homes, those who want mentorship, and just for you to hold their hand, or laundry. How do people get in touch with you to work with you?
Okay, for those who are in social media, I'm on social media. Just look for Caroline Cosimba. Swal Homes is also on Facebook. But my number, a number that can be reached for whichever opportunity you're looking for, whether business mentorship or the laundry, is 0706 11 59 36.
Awesome. You can repeat the number again.
0706 11 59 36.
Good. Now, do you think that, this is the last question, do you think that when I want to quit my job, I should up and go, or I should make sure that this side hustle works first? Because some of us up and go. We are tired, we are saying we are done, and we just leave. And then when we are out there, that is when we start thinking, okay, what do I do?
That's a nice question. Never, never, never up and go.
Okay.
Always prepare yourself. First, the skills that you have learned while you're working is what's going to help you while you're out there. For me, working in the airline industries, I was in the operations department. My strength right now is in operations. I think on my feet. So don't up and go, because you also never know, your employer could be your customer. So give them notice while you're giving them notice. Even before you start giving them notice, prepare yourself. Prepare yourself financially, psychologically, emotionally, your family, because entrepreneurship is also not an easy journey. So you can't just up and go. And then once you give your notice, then step out. Let's do things properly, because also in your own organization, you don't want people to up and go. So don't set a precedent.
Okay.
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you very much for sharing.
Thank you.
And thank you for the good work that you're doing. We've all heard Caroline's story about her businesses, and as a businesswoman, I think if you've not been encouraged, then I don't know who will encourage you. Things may be tough right now, but as Caroline says, prepare yourself. There's always a side hustle. There's always a passion that you may have. Just look at it, start small, and then find support for people or somebody to help you make it into a bigger idea. So see you in the next video. Remember to subscribe to the channel, share it with somebody who needs to hear this, and don't forget to like and comment.